there, welcome to another ASMR video. My name is Liz. If you're new to my channel, welcome and thank you so much for joining us. So this video was actually requested, and they want me to talk about Dia de los Muertos, and I thought to myself, hey, it's a perfect time to talk about this topic. Maybe some of you know what Dia de los Muertos is, maybe some of you don't. If you watched the movie Coco, then you have an idea. It's exactly what the movie Coco talks about. And so, yes, let's get started on this topic. So, Dia de los Muertos is celebrated from November 1st to November 2nd. That's what my mom has told me. She had told me that November 1st is dedicated to all the little angels or the little kids that have passed away. November 2nd is for all the other adults and elderly people that have moved on to another life. And so this day is pretty much, these days, I should say, these days are to honor all of our relatives that have died. And it's beautiful what people do and how creative some people get, especially with the altars. I love looking at pictures of all the altars that people make in honor of their relatives that have passed on to another life. I will put examples or pictures so you guys can get an idea of the creativity that some of these relatives or family members have in order to honor their loved ones that have passed away. And in the altars, they usually place the person's favorite foods, favorite drinks, favorite candy, nuts, anything that they used to like eating when they were on this earth. It is placed on the altar because it is believed that on these days our dead relatives come back from the dead to spend time with us. So we honor them by leaving them their favorite goodies on the altar. And people also go to cemeteries and they decorate the tombstones with beautiful marigolds, which is also used on the altars. On or around the altar, they put these beautiful flowers called marigolds. I will put a picture, of course. Of course. And there's a lot of skulls that are used during this time or as a decoration for Dia de los Muertos. This is where the whole sugar skull thing comes in. Uh, they also set up this skeleton looking, human looking figure, which we call La Catrina. And I will show you guys a picture as well of how La Catrina looks. And what I read was that I think she was seen like a goddess or something like that. So this is why we use the Catrina image during Dia de los Muertos. But correct me if I'm wrong, but that's just something I read. Also, there's a lot of prayers that go on during this time, and so it's kind of like a day where Catholicism and indigenous people come together, such as the Aztec dancers. They do dances and prayer, so just to honor loved ones that have passed away, and it gets really pretty. I think it's very very interesting to see Aztec dancers move the way that they do and just what they do in order to honor somebody that has passed away or just when they're doing a prayer. I think it's beautiful. So anyways, back to the tombstones. The tombstones, they decorate them with marigolds, they put candles, and I've heard that they usually light the path on the cemetery So kind of like a guidance for the spirits of the loved ones, so that way it could guide them home so they can spend time with their family members. And what else? They have a lot of festivities in order to honor these people that have passed on to a better life. And of course, a lot of music, food. I heard it gets really pretty, especially in Mexico. I don't know if, or I don't know how it is celebrated in other Latin American countries, but if you are Central American or South American, comment below and I would love to hear how you celebrate Dia de los Muertos. If you do, I only know how Mexicans celebrate, and I think it's really pretty. I wish I experienced that, but honestly, I did not grow up not even creating altars. I'll be honest. My mom is just the type that lights up a candle and does a prayer, and there, you know, on the days like Dia de los Muertos or their birthdays or the anniversary of their death. That's all she does, and she, like I said, she just does a prayer. And but we don't do an altar. I do want to start doing that though, because I find it that it's very pretty, and it's something beautiful to do for a loved one. Um, and I am somebody that truly love all my relatives that have passed away, and I miss them dearly. So I'm thinking of doing that this year, creating an altar. So hopefully I have the time to do it, and if I do, I will show it in my next video, just so you guys can see how I decorate it. But that's only if I have time to create the altar. So yeah, so that's pretty much Dia de los Muertos. It's just, it goes from November 1st to November 2nd. People have festivals. Um, they make altars in order to honor their dead relatives, and it's a day where you mix Catholicism and indigenous tribes, and it's just a way to honor loved ones. And I think it's beautiful that we do that, and I hope that one day I can go to Mexico or travel to Mexico and experience this day over there, because I know it gets really pretty. Here in the States, honestly, it's not celebrated like over there. So I've never witnessed that, and I hope that one day I do. So I hope you learned a little bit about Dia de los Muertos. I do recommend that you watch Coco. It's a beautiful movie, and if you want to get a better idea of what Dia de los Muertos is, or the Mexican belief of Dia de los Muertos, watch it. A beautiful movie. It might make you cry. It made me cry, that's for sure. So thank you guys for joining me in this ASMR video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care for now. Bye bye.